Every day, a storm rages inside the minds of those who dare to dream bigger. Founders, investors, professionals, leaders who feel trapped by limits nobody talks about, but everyone senses. The crushing weight of unrealized potential. The anger at industries that reward the safe and mediocre while ignoring the game changers. The frustration that no matter how hard you push, the system seems set to hold you down. Reduce your ambition to something manageable, something predictable. That voice inside screams, there has to be more. There must be a way to break out, to create something truly revolutionary. And yet, here you are, stuck, battling an invisible wall. The question that haunts you relentlessly is, can something as cold, as mechanical as I truly write complex, layered novels, stories that breathe, inspire, and move without a single human touch? The answer isn't just curiosity, it's survival. Because in the very DNA of disruption lies the power to transcend human limits, to unleash creativity without precedent. Right now, imagine the raw frustration of watching AI write simple jokes or stats summaries and wondering, why not a novel that can challenge your mind, stir emotions, twist your expectations step by step? The gnawing fear that AI, this tool you're told is the future, might never cross the shadowy valley where real art, real depth lives. The heartbreak of realizing that if AI can't do this, many believe its intelligence is just a clever parlor trick, a fad, a toy. But what if that's the exact illusion meant to hold you prisoner? What if the boundaries, those soft, invisible lines drawn between human genius and machine calculation, were made to be obliterated? The intensity of that challenge must light a fire beneath every founder, every investor who refuses to settle for the world as it is. This is about proving that the impossible is possible. Here's the brutal truth you need to hear. AI won't suddenly write a masterpiece by flipping a switch. It won't succeed if you treat it like a machine that only processes words. The real breakthrough, the leap to genuine depth, comes only when you marry AI's endless computational stamina with the uniquely human spark of insight. But here's the kicker. Those two things don't just blend automatically. You have to force it, demand it, engineer the connection like a mad scientist pushing one final formula. This means abandoning the comfort of off-the-shelf AI models that spit out cliches stuffed in shiny wrappers. It means reinvesting in the process of creative partnership. Your next move is to develop frameworks where AI does the heavy lifting of research, structure, and even character arcs, while you brutalize your own instincts, editing, questioning, injecting raw human contradiction into the mix. The more you wrestle, the more you push, the deeper the result. This isn't outsourcing creativity. It's forging a new creative revolution, a fusion where AI clears the clutter and mental blocks for you, but you guide the soul. If this feels overwhelming, good. If it fills you with tension and a crackling anticipation, that's exactly where you want to be. Founders, nobody is handing you miracles on a silver plate. You have to grab this moment and force it to bend to your will. Here's what to do. Build a creative AI lab, a place where you throw out all rules you thought you knew about storytelling and challenge AI with impossible narrative twists. Make the AI brainstorm bad ideas, then better ones, then mad genius ones that force your mind out of its patterns. Layer it with emotional data, with contradictions, with elements humans struggle to juggle at once. Use AI to sift through the overwhelming mass of human literature, not to copy, but to identify hidden structures that unlock new ways of connecting ideas and emotions. Don't settle for good enough. Obliterate good enough. Demand that AI becomes your spark plug for radical rewriting, relentless experimentation, and emotional depth that no single human could achieve alone. Investors, hear this like a thunderclap shaking you down to your core. Fund not the AI products that mimic what's been done, but those fierce, weird projects that risk everything to heal the fracture between raw data crunching and messy, beautiful human complexity. Make your capital a weapon against mediocrity and static tradition. Those investing only in what's safe will watch the future speed past them, robotic and lifeless. You want to be the hand that sculpts the next leap forward, where machines fuel human transcendence rather than replace it. Invest with the brutal clarity of someone who knows the world's rules are crumbling. Not to preserve the past, but to create futures no one dares imagine. Leaders, listen like your future depends on it, because it does. Corporate worlds cling to old hierarchies where creativity is rigid, where AI is just another tool for automation and cost cutting. You must rise above this trap. Build spaces within your organizations where AI and humans enter a brutal dance, a dynamic struggle that forces people to interrogate their own biases, their own creativity limits through AI's relentless data assault. Enable your teams not to fear AI, but to challenge it, to learn from it, to grow exponentially beyond their individual mental models. This is your chance to cultivate an ecosystem of creative insurgents, where the complexity of novels is just one battleground for greater innovation. The companies that succeed won't be the ones with the best AI alone, but the ones who turn AI into their fiercest ally for human growth. The world tells you creativity is a human-only domain. It tells you I will never match deep, complex storytelling. It's lying. It wants you to buy small, to settle, to play safe. But your spirit knows better. Here's the secret buried in the noise. AI can write complex novels without human help. Only if we redefine what without human help even means. Not that AI does it solo, but that we break free from old roles and become creators of systems, conductors of collaboration, engineers of new mind machines. Step 1. Stop thinking in terms of ownership and start thinking synergy. Humans plus AI is not a replacement. It's an explosion. Get ready to dismantle your old storytelling tools. Tear down your biases about what machines can and cannot do. Demand narrative complexity woven not just from logic, but from the chaos of emotion, contradiction, memory, and force AI to learn that chaos with you. Build unstoppable feedback loops where each novel draft is a dialogue between your mind and the AI's pattern-seeking algorithms. Push constantly for surprises, for failures, because those failures will pave the way to originality no human mind could reach alone. If you fear that I will sterilize art, fight that fear with action. Inject mess, imperfection, doubt, and turn AI into a creative co-conspirator, not a sterile scribe. This is no longer a question of possibility. It's a battleground of who controls the future of creativity. Will you settle for the safe scripts of yesterday? Or will you become the warrior who commands AI to create the impossible novels of tomorrow? The power is in your hands, but it demands obsession, courage, and relentless experiments away from comfort zones. The path forward requires violent curiosity. Smash every assumption, rip open every boundary you thought existed between human soul and machine code. This is the edge where humanity and technology stop being enemies and start being alchemists forging new magic. The novels I will write? They won't be cold or soulless. They will be fierce mirrors reflecting human complexity back at us, made richer by the infinite patience and comprehension of machines. But only if you fight for it. Step into this fight. Demand more. Build the labs, make the investments, lead the teams, rewrite the rules. Refuse the mediocrity the world offers. And watch as AI becomes not just a tool, but the fire that burns away all illusions, freeing human creativity to rise, transcending limits no one believed could be challenged. This isn't for the comfortable. It's not for those satisfied with simple answers or safe bets. It's for the few who burn with a fire too fierce to be tamed. The ones who know there is nothing more terrifying and more beautiful than breaking the boundaries between human and machine to create stories that will shake the foundations of what we call art. If that fire burns inside you, there is no alternative path. The revolution in storytelling takes you, or it leaves you behind. So don't look away. The question isn't if I can write complex novels alone. It's how you will force it to become a creator with you, how you will turn chaos into art and sparks into a bonfire that lights the future. The world is waiting. Your move is now. Is